So I know a lot of you are like salivating right now. You're just desperate to know how the RTX 3060 to 3080 performs in these upcoming laptops. And trust me, that's coming very soon. So if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe to the channel. But I have a treat for you in the meantime. I have a 2021 Aorus 15G laptop. This is packing an RTX 3070. And the reason why this is special is because of its portability. You know, Gigabyte put this in a 4.4 pound package, which is pretty much on par with the MacBook Pro 16, making it a powerful machine for traveling. Now, I do have to commend them for keeping a very clean look. Like, this is just a black colorway with the Aorus logo in the middle that does light up. Ports on the left-hand side, you have an HDMI port, mini display port, USB port, audio jack, Ethernet port, and then on the right-hand side, you have your power connector, which I wish was on the back instead, SD card slot, USB Type-C. This is not Thunderbolt 3 or 4, and then you have two more USB ports. Now, the one thing about Gigabyte's laptops that I still think they need to fix is the display. There's a little bit of wobble when you open it up, and sometimes when you're typing, if you're typing a bit too hard, the screen will wobble a bit. Hopefully, in their next design change, they'll tighten up the hinges to make this display a bit less wobbly. Now, in traditional Gigabyte fashion, people either love this keyboard or they don't like it. I'm kind of in the middle. I love the fact that they were able to cram a numpad in a 15-inch form factor that's this tiny. The problem is the keys are very cramped together and it takes some time getting used to. Now, obviously, if you type on this for a few hours, your fingers will get used to it, but I would have loved some separation. Now, as you can see, this laptop does come with RGB. It's per key RGB, so you can customize the lighting to any colors you want, but I do love the travel distance on this. Typing and gaming on this keyboard feels fantastic. Now, you do have a touchpad below. Very, very accurate with my movements. Of course, it's using Windows Precision drivers. Now, this display is 15 inches. It's still 16:9. It has pretty good color accuracy. Screen brightness is respectable, but it's 240 Hertz, which gives you a high refresh rate for gaming. Overall, fairly thin bezels, pretty good looking display. The only downfall is because the bezels are so thin, especially at the top, you're kind of stuck with a nose cam, which, I don't know. Some of you might not care or not even need to use the webcam, but it doesn't look that great when you're having a conference call. Now, I can't show you the performance results on the RTX 3070, but what I can show you is that this laptop is using one. In typical Aorus fashion, you have their control center, which lets you customize the performance of your laptop. You can change the CPU performance anywhere from Eco to Boost, giving you more power depending on the type of tasks you're doing. You could also boost the power of the GPU, anywhere from maximum to turbo. Now, if you put it on its highest settings, two things are gonna happen. There's gonna be more heat and the fans are gonna ramp up louder. You also have a space where you can adjust the fan curves. So you could either use the presets that Gigabyte recommends, or you can customize it to your own specific needs. Now, my model is using an Intel 10th Gen i7 10870H processor. If you want an 8-core part from Intel, you're stuck using the 10th gen processors. Intel has not released their Rocket Leap CPUs, which are coming out later on in the year. They do have a 35 series CPU, which is 11th gen, that they're releasing in small form factors. But if you're looking for a lot more cores and you're buying Intel, you're stuck with last year's stuff. So thermals and fan noise will be in my full review, but I wanted to take a quick look under the hood. This is a 99 watt-hour battery. Gigabyte's been doing this for a couple of years. This is a legal limit that you can take onto a plane. And they're still able to do this by including two storage slots. One that's already populated, and another one on the left-hand side that you could upgrade down the road. Now, with the RAM, there's two slots, which can be upgraded to 64. You have a swappable Wi-Fi card. This one happens to be Wi-Fi 6. And the cooling solution is the same as the previous model. And based on my testing from last year, that had good thermals, and I'm expecting this to have good thermals too. So this Aorus 15G is looking a lot like the previous one, but you do have the added benefit of having faster memory and a RTX 3070. I'm also curious if Intel did anything to fine-tune these 10870H CPUs. Now, I will be doing a full review on this, and the reason why I made this video is to get all of your questions. So if you have any questions about this laptop that you want me to answer in my full review, I'll do my best to answer most of them. Now, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.